Everyone gets angry from time to time. We as humans can't help but lose our temper or patience every once in a while. Maybe certain things get under your skin, like when someone mentions a touchy subject or teases you about something that you feel embarrassed or hurt about. Anger can get the best of you if you don't know how to rein it in, however, and each zodiac sign expresses their anger a bit differently. Below, we'll go into more detail about how every sign in the zodiac deals with anger, and hopefully this can help you to manage any anger issues you might have and learn to deal with the situation in a more calm manner. We will also talk about which aspects of anger each sign needs to work on in order to become their best selves. How each zodiac sign expresses anger. Aries. As one of the 3 fire signs, Aries definitely can burn you if you don't know how to deal with them. They have a short fuse, and anger quite easily depending on the situation. They have a passion about life, and get frustrated when someone or something stands in their way. While Aries possesses a lot of great qualities, their dark side can come out to play when things don't go their way. While they don't usually provoke people, others can get under their skin or rub them the wrong way pretty easily. They have a stubborn nature, and when they get the short end of the stick in life, they tend to not take things very well. Others may feel like they have to walk on eggshells around them to keep them from erupting into a fiery volcano, as an Aries will definitely let you have it if you hurt or anger them. However, even if they get angry quickly, they will soon forget what made them mad in the first place. They are the type to forgive and forget, so don't worry too much if you get on their bad side. They'll come back around soon enough. Taurus. While Taurus doesn't anger easily, you'd better watch out if you do happen to make them mad. They can become a bit passive-aggressive and shut you out if you hurt them badly enough. They don't like to admit it when someone hurts them, so you might find it difficult to even tell if you've hurt them in the first place. However, if they give you the silent treatment, you will know that you upset them. They especially get angry when someone lies, cheats, or betrays them in some sort of way. Most of the time, however, Taurians keep an even keel and don't let much bother them. When they happen to get angry, let them have their alone time, as they need some space to sort out the issues in their head. They are fiercely stubborn and independent, so they like to go off on their own when life serves them a bad hand. They will talk things out with you when they feel ready, but make sure to let them thoroughly get out what they need to, as they usually don't talk much. So, when angered, they will have a lot to say and will need your full attention. Don't expect everything to be peachy keen, however, as a Taurus usually holds grudges and finds it hard to get close to someone on the same level after they've betrayed them in the past. Gemini. Gemini, otherwise known as the twins, can make your head spin if you don't know how to deal with them or what to expect. They will say one thing and then do another, or change their mind in a heartbeat about certain issues. To say the least, Geminis can be almost impossible to understand or keep up with sometimes. As far as their anger, though, most Geminis do not have a hot temper. If something makes them mad, they'll express themselves, but they won't dwell on it for too long. Geminis have a zest for life, and don't want to spend too much time letting things get under their skin. Geminis can talk your ear off, however, so if something makes them really mad, rest assured you will hear about it for a while. Geminis don't like people telling them what to do or trying to control them, so if you don't do these things, you'll probably stay on their good side. Cancer. Cancers have a very sweet, compassionate, gentle nature. However, some people like to take advantage of this, which makes them feel unappreciated and taken for granted. If you get on their bad side, don't expect a response. You'll have to go to them if you want to remain in contact. They are highly passive-aggressive, so if you make them mad, don't expect them to tell you. If you don't have a high level of intuition and can't read body language well, then dealing with a Cancer will not be a cakewalk for you. Cancers might get hurt easily, but they don't normally go into recluse mode over every little thing. If you make them really mad, they might just try to hide their feelings until they eventually blow up. So, if you know a Cancer, make sure to check up on them from time to time and ask if they have anything they need to get off their chest. This will help to avoid any future arguments or misunderstandings. If you really care about them, go after them. They don't want to make all the effort when you've made them upset in the first place, so if you want to continue your relationship, make sure you show them how much you really care. Cancers have high standards for others since they show so much love and loyalty to their loved ones, and they expect the same things from the people they love. If you hurt them, they'll forgive you eventually, but it won't happen overnight. Leo. Leos have a hot temper, and as a fire sign, what else would you expect? However, they won't play any mind games with you. If you anger them, then they will certainly let you know. They have the temper of a child, however, so don't expect them to hash things out in a mature manner. They might throw things, yell, roll around on the floor, or anything else that will cause a scene to get your attention. They might even call you names or say things they don't really mean, but don't take it to heart, they just need to get out their feelings. Like a true fire sign, they will burn themselves out quite quickly, and will get over the issue just as fast as it happened. So, don't worry too much if you anger them, they will not hold a grudge for very long. Virgo. Virgos definitely win the award for most patient sign. They probably have the least amount of anger out of all the signs, and take a very long time to actually show their feelings. Virgos don't do well with emotions, even their own, so don't expect them to tell you if you made them angry. They'll probably keep it to themselves and get over it eventually. However, if you hurt them badly enough, you may have just lost a good friend, as they don't forgive easily. Virgos, like Cancers, become passive-aggressive when angry. They sulk, go into hiding, and ignore you as best as possible. They don't like confrontation, and avoid it like the plague. They'd rather walk away to deal with their anger than let it all out on you, as they know what a burden that can feel like. Because of their calm disposition, people come to them to vent and get angry all the time, so they would rather not let anyone else deal with their heavy emotions. A Virgo might forgive you if you hurt them, but they won't forget. If you break their trust, don't expect to gain it back easily. Libra. Libras, as peacekeepers, try to avoid anger at all costs. They enjoy keeping balance in their lives and relationships, and anger doesn't really fit well into their overall goals in life. They'd rather just keep everything inside to avoid conflict, even if something really upsets them. They believe in justice and fairness as well, so they will likely give you a second chance if you really screw up. They don't like people to know it, but they're actually really sensitive. Because of this, many things can get under their skin, they just choose to keep it to themselves most of the time. Libras would rather run away from confrontation than face it, so if you've made them mad, don't expect them to make the first move. It can be really difficult to know if you've angered a Libra, but if you don't hear from them for a few days, that might be the only hint you really need. They do hold grudges, though, and will use past mistakes against you in future arguments. Scorpio. If you anger a Scorpio, keep an eye out for their body language before anything else. They won't tell you they're upset, of course, because what self-respecting Scorpio would ever admit something that would make them so vulnerable? Their eyes, facial expressions, and other subtle signs will pretty easily give it away. However, you do not want to get on their bad side, though, as Scorpios love to get revenge. They will plot against you if you do something to hurt them, and will not ever let you live it down. If they seem quiet, this should worry you, because they likely have a grand scheme in their heads of how they will get back at you. However, if they do get angry, give them their space, because they don't want you suffocating them as they try to cool down. They might try to come talk to you, if they feel like. It really is a toss-up with them, as sometimes they can be passive-aggressive and will expect you to make the first move. They will come to you in their own time, if this is the path they choose. Don't try to push them, as this will only anger them more. Sagittarius. As you might have expected, this fire sign will really let you have it if you make them angry. They don't tolerate disloyalty or betrayal very well, and you won't hear the end of it if you happen to make them mad. In fact, you will probably want to walk away quickly in order to give them some space, as their behavior will resemble a bomb detonating. Sagittarius love to get sarcastic if you've made them mad, so look for this as one of the surefire signs of anger. However, most Sagittarians feel embarrassed of their hot temper, and try to hold it in as much as possible so no one will see them lose their cool. Also, it can take quite a while for them to calm down, so they'd rather just skip the whole fiasco altogether. On the other hand, them sometimes don't even know if they've created drama out of nothing, as they love to analyze situations and solve problems. Sometimes, you might find them creating problems out of boredom, so watch out for this behavior. Capricorn. Capricorns, as another earth sign, usually don't get angry at too much. They would rather keep the peace and stay calm than waste their energy on getting angry. However, when they do get mad, you'd better run for the hills. You will know when they feel angry, because since they don't get this way often, they've probably stored up months of tension and stress that they haven't let out yet. So, when they finally do break, run for cover. You don't want to be the one that makes them mad, as they don't forgive easily. They will yell and make a big scene when they express their emotions, but they won't want the spotlight for long. Capricorns have high standards for others, so when you don't meet them, this makes them disappointed and angry. As long as you meet their rigid moral code, you'll stay on their good side. Aquarius. Aquarians love a good debate and thought-provoking conversation, but they really can't stand arguments. If you've angered them, don't expect them to stick around. They'd rather go into nature or go for a long drive than sit there and stew in their emotions. However, if they must deal with the situation right then, they'll do so with finesse and class. They don't like to show people their emotions, so you'll likely get a smooth-talking, even-keeled, composed Aquarius in any given situation. You might hear about it at a later time once they've had the space they need to deal with their true emotions, but they most certainly will keep to themselves during a stressful situation. Sometimes, they might just write you off without ever giving you notice. However, they will try to repair a long-term relationship, but if it doesn't mean much to them, they probably won't waste their time. Pisces. As a water sign, Pisces' emotions run deep. As such, they tend to get angry over nothing sometimes, but they likely won't let you know. They don't like arguing, and will avoid it at all costs. So, like some of the other signs, they will bottle up their emotions until the end of time, for both yours and their sake. Pisces will likely go off on their own to calm down than stick around and hash things out. They might throw things, cry, and scream to feel better, or blast some angry metal music to help get out their emotions. Pisces can hold a grudge, but it all depends on the situation. If you mean a lot to them, they will likely come around and sit down with you to talk things through. Thank you for watching. Subscribe us by pressing the button below.